The Liverpool Battle of the Atlantic was a major naval campaign that took place in the Second World War. It lasted from 1939 until 1945 and involved the Allies, including the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States against the German U-boats. This naval battle was fought for control of the Atlantic Ocean, which was an important trade route to the United Kingdom. There were numerous losses on both sides, the Royal Navy losing over 840 ships and the German U-boats over 650. This famous and pivotal battle affected the entire operations of the Allied forces during the Second World War. The British Royal Navy was forced to protect the merchant ships as they transported supplies and resources, making them the primary target for the German U-boats. This was a dangerous mission for the British forces, with many ships and lives at stake. Many naval tactics were employed by both sides, including using false signals and decoys to confuse the enemy. The German U-boats were some of the most feared weapons of war, sinking many vessels during the Battle of the Atlantic. Both sides developed new technology to counter the U-boats, including new detection systems, radar, and escort carriers. Rockets and satellites were also employed to help pinpoint the location of the German U-boats. The Allies also used convoy protection tactics, traveling in large groups and protecting each other from attack. British and Canadian forces proved to be some of the most effective units in the conflict, with their innovative strategies and tactics. Convoys relied heavily on the escort carrier ships, which were designed to help protect the merchant vessels. The Battle of the Atlantic was a long and hard-fought campaign that lasted more than 5 years. Both sides suffered heavy losses, with the British Navy losing 5,099 sailors and the Germans 2,867. The battle was eventually won by the Allied forces, who broke the German naval blockade of the Atlantic. The Allies celebrated the end of the battle with a formal parade and joyous celebrations across the country. The victory was an important step in the Allied forces' march to final victory in the Second World War. The Liverpool Battle of the Atlantic marked a significant victory for the Allies, and its legacy still resonates today. It was a grueling campaign that cost the lives of many brave sailors and puts a spotlight on the strength of the British Navy and their commitment to winning the war. The conflict proved to be a major turning point in the war, as it weakened the German U-boats' ability to disrupt Allied trade. This successful mission was enabled by the advancements in technology and the tactical use of air and naval forces. By breaking the blockade, the Allies were able to secure trade and transportation of essential materials throughout the conflict. The battle was the perfect example of Allied cooperation and a single force overcoming the odds against a strong and determined enemy.